Terry.
Here.
Brooks.
Here.
Frizzalone.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Markham.
Here.
Eustace.
Here.
Ogalla.
Yes, here.
Trainier.
Here.
Stantine.
Here.
And I would do some pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we have the approval of minutes. There were no minutes. Oh, okay, that makes it easy. No old business, starting right in with the new business. Prohibiting the use of groundwater as potable water supply for the installation or use of potable water supply wells or any other method. And I believe Mr. Buck is here this morning in case there are questions.
I'll move. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Authorizing a programmatic agreement between the County of Will and the Illinois Historic Preservation Officer for the administration of Section 106 for certain programs funded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development.
Move second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, granting a temporary access permit for the Boulevard on Remembrance Road for County Boards District 5 and 13.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Authorizing the county executive to execute an amendment to a countywide radio system tower site lease agreement.
Move.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Establishing the Lincoln and 394 Corridor Enterprise Zone subject to the Enterprise Zone Act of the State of Illinois.
Move.
Discussion?
I would like to
That's what you first and then.
I just say, you know, I think it would be worthwhile for Nick to maybe just talk a little bit about this. Who's going to talk about it?
He may be. This is the same agreement that we've had for a while. The only thing is that we made a slight change in it. We
Right.
updated it so it requires us to issue a new one.
I guess
This is
what I
what's
want.
your question?
I guess what I really want to know, maybe it's more for just general information, maybe for newer people, exactly what the enterprise zone does, what kind of real estate, what kind of tax breaks they get. There's various breaks they can get. You know, just give me some general information. But you know, I could ask this at the county board meeting too. So I mean, it's.
Okay, or if I have Colin or David, okay. To them, you would be supporting
Come
them.
down.
And then maybe 2 David since they're tied together.
I can't answer all the details on this topic. I will say is Colin's been working on this and with Nick. And the renewal of this is basically to address statutory changes with regarding has like minority-owned businesses and things of that nature that are required by my state law. So that's really the purpose of this. So, but I know that I can have Colin available for the next meeting, according to Nick, to answer any questions that you have.
I guess the other question I would have is, you know, we're extending this enterprise zone, you know, and changing some, maybe for technical or more compliance. But I'd just like to know how successful is this enterprise zone? How much participation have we had? You know, to continue something that may not be successful, I'd like to know why we should be doing that and why maybe perhaps it's not being successful. You know, this bumps up to the state of Indiana, so I do think very often we need these kind of enterprise zones. But I also know something occasion, these types of enterprise zones have devastated the tax base for some communities. And this is why when you look at like University Park, they have the highest tax rate, real estate tax rates in the state of Illinois, and maybe one of the highest in the country due to the fact they tipped everything from the schools, and now the schools aren't getting any revenue. So even though these enterprise zones and these TIF districts can promote business, they've also devastated and put an undue tax burden on a homeowner, having their real estate taxes escalate to a point that it's unaffordable for them. So this idea that we're going to help business at the expense of hardworking people, homeowners, you know, makes me question whether do we need to continue some of these areas. So that's one of my concerns.
Okay.
Especially in that part of the county, if you're familiar with it. And I'm not going to speak for, you know, Judy's, that's Judy's district. But I'm telling you, if you take the time to look and see how some of this has affected their tax base and tax rates, you might give some pause, because they're paying the price.
David, did you have anything you want to add to that, Jackie?
I was looking at the language of the enterprise zone this morning, and I will be honest, I didn't get all the way through the document. But the beginning parts that I did read talked mostly about abating sales tax for the purchase of things that you would need to rehab or build a building. There was a lot of sales tax listed. I didn't get so far as to maybe see if real estate tax was also abated by this. And I guess that was my first question. And my second question, it talked about a 0.5 percentage point credit or tax refund or something of that nature. So I didn't quite catch, maybe that was it. Maybe that was the property tax part. They get a 0.5 percentage point back. I don't know. So I just like a little more clear explanation of what that tax part is, because I'm really questioning abating taxes for some of the same reasons Mr. Moose just talked about. The tax burden that it puts on the rest of us. I think what the state did with veterans, and mind you, my husband's a 23-year Navy veteran. My daughter was a 100% disabled veteran who served in the Iraq War. And I don't believe giving every veteran a tax break on their property tax was the right way to go. And I could talk more about the rest of my veterans in my family that can certainly afford to pay their property tax. So, but anyway, I digress. Go ahead. You can answer.
I will relay this to Colin and Nick, and be prepared to answer questions.
Right, and the two people who could best answer this are not available this morning. As you know, Nick is at CMAP this morning, and Colin is not here. So what we can do is arrange for both of them to be present at the board meeting so that people can get a better understanding of what's involved.
Yeah, because I'll vote yes to pass it along, but I'm not certain I'd be a yes of the whole board.
Judy?
So yeah, the enterprise zone mostly is the sales tax. And so for the portion of this enterprise zone in Will County, because the majority of it is in Cook County, if you look at the Cook County portion, that is a non-thriving area. I don't know what's gonna generate stuff up in there. In the Will County portion, especially in Crete and Beecher, we do have a couple of companies that are looking to expand, and they are big employers out that way. So I would think that people would be in favor of that. So I think it's something to look at. And it would be interesting to know, you know, what benefit has this brought to the areas. What do we see as a benefit? Because if it's just a negative, they're not paying sales tax, then what is the benefit to them? What's the benefit to the businesses? How much are they actually able to save? Because this is an enterprise zone that's different than a tip. So
I've just seen Colin Dewson come in. I'll give him a minute. If you would come down, please.
He was coming for the.
Come on
You should have
down.
stayed
Next
on
meeting.
4 minutes.
Okay.
And if you would,
All right.
Colin, 5 and 6, because they're both tied to the Lincoln Enterprise Zone.
The agenda in front of me, that's okay. The enterprise zone with the Lincoln 394 is being reapplied for. It is going to be, the certificate is ending in 2022, and they would like to get it done prior to that. So what they're doing, oh, thank you, is applying for it now, so it goes through the 2020 cycle, and if it doesn't go through in the 2020 cycle, we'll have the 2021 cycle to go through again. The, excuse me, stairs. The reason, the only change, there are 2 changes. One is to the legal description. There is a portion that is currently residential in Olympia Fields that is being removed. The other change, which is a little bit more significant, theoretically, only on paper, is that by the state statute, there has to be an inclusion regarding a policy endorsing minority-owned, women-owned, and disabled-owned businesses. And that's being included in both the in a government agreement and the ordinance being proposed. Otherwise, there are no substantive changes. Just some grammatical ones, but no substantive ones.
Other questions? Mike and then Judy.
Mr. Collins, in the portion that's Will County, have we had any business come into that enterprise zone?
In that enterprise zone, no, it's less than 100 acres. And if there was one, it will probably be annexed into whatever nearby community is residing. So we have to do this because we're in Will County. The enterprise is in Will County. It's just a governmental step that we have to take for the enterprise zone.
Judy.
So the portion of Olympia Fields, which was residential, I don't know why I was ever in there, but
Right.
does that have to be replaced by something else?
No, it does not.
All right. And can you, I don't know if you were in the room when we asked, but can you look in to see, in the Will County portion, what has been the benefit for those areas for it? Because I know there's a company that's looking to expand, to build new, which would be creating new jobs, which would benefit from it. But what is the benefit to the residents of Will County? Because we'd like to know that.
Oh, it's been increasing, particularly in Crete, job opportunities and construction opportunities.
Maybe that's what I'm saying.
So that's what it's been doing for Will County. Will County
Not
residents.
doing anything in Beecher, but I know it's doing something in Crete.
Correct.
All right, thanks.
All right, I'm trying to think, did Beecher have anything? I don't remember Beecher mentioning anything, but they probably have.
Well, I know that there's a company that's in both Beecher and Crete, and they're looking to expand both of their facilities.
And
That would be a benefit to
right,
them.
exactly.
Thank you.
Other questions? Julie.
Thank you. How many jobs have they created? And do they live in Will County, and what is the salary range?
I don't know about the salary range, and I don't know about where the labor force resides, but there is part of the report that's going to the state has the number of jobs being created within the enterprise zone. So yes, there have been jobs being created. I'm sorry?
You say primarily construction?
Well, with the construction jobs, there's also permanent jobs.
Well, the other construction jobs are good.
But when they construct, they're constructing for a business to employ additional people.
Other questions? Mr. Brooks.
What is the concern here? I'm not quite understanding. And in District 1, of course, let's a little far from me, so I'm not quite understanding what is the disconnect. Is it not working out there, or, I mean, what's the concern here?
The concern is that the enterprise zone certificate is going to lapse in 2022, and they would like to keep it going beyond 2022, but they don't want to put all their eggs in one basket for the 2022.
But am I hearing, Colin, that it's not working? Is that?
No, it's working. It's working well. They just don't want to end it.
Oh,
That's what we're
is that
asking.
true too?
We're asking it also.
So-
Yes, they want to.
Okay,
So what I was saying, Herb, is, if you go to the Cook County portion of this, it's a pretty depressed area, you know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And I have not seen a lot of growth, so I don't know that there's been a lot of new development there. I go to
Okay.
Stager a lot, Stager's on both Cook
Okay.
and Will, and I haven't seen a lot of new things pop up there. And then it's Fort Heights and Chicago Heights.
right, no.
I've seen a lot of businesses close rather than continue, and I mean, we just, I don't think it's working.
It is working on the Cook County side. They are attracting businesses as well.
So could we have like a list of them so we can get some information to see what it's doing that's positive, is that even possible?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay, that would be good, and then on my side, I know one is Dutch American Food, they're expanding.
Right.
They're a big employer down there, and, so that's definitely a positive.
And so this vote would be moving to the board, is that right?
This will move from here to the full board.
To the full board, okay. All right, thanks.
Yes, I can get that information to you.
All right, thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Further questions on 5? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 6, tied to that.
Move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 7, I'm going to ask for a motion to table that needs some further work.
Move the table.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Number 8, authorizing county executive to renew professional services contract with administrative adjudication hearing officer Kelly Gandersky.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Discussion? Any opposed? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, and computer printer remanufactured and new toner cartridges.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Awarding contract for security guard services.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Replacement hires for 911.
Move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Replacement hire for the county executive maintenance department.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Replacement hire for animal control.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Or any opposed? No. Motion carries. Replacement hire for Sunny Hill Nursing Home.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Authorizing Will County to provide contribution to the homeless strategic plan.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Declaring a vacancy in District 1. This is the position previously held by Lori Summers.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Authorizing a letter of support for the 12-year extension of Joliet City Center TIF District.
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Proclamations. I believe we have a couple. One is recognizing the Mike Hennessy's 30-year service anniversary with United Way. And then we have recognizing October's National Energy Awareness Month. Okay. Then we also will have a presentation from Plainfield High School to students for the effect of public transportation on future generations. And I believe this is from their special ed area. We have appointments by the county executive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we don't want to do
Yeah, I just wanted to make a mention. I probably should have done it when we were at the tip for Joliet. But I would like to, to see before the board meeting, the taxing bodies that are participating in it.
Okay.
You know, because taxing bodies can opt out. I'd like to see who is participating in the current tip, that's all. So if they have-
And we can have that. And earlier this morning, I had a city school partnership meeting. Steve Jones was there and did go through that, so we'll have to provide a list.
Okay, great, thank you.
Other questions before we move into the committees? Okay, land use and development, Mr. Markham?
Nothing there.
Okay. Finance, Mr. Brooks. Or not, sorry.
Brooks, I need some
Oh,
finance.
Mr. Harris, I'm sorry.
I need some
Mr. Harris.
We had a finance meeting scheduled for next week, the 15th, but we're not gonna pursue that one. That one will be canceled. We should have enough time to talk about stuff like budget at our regular meeting on November 5th and before the board meeting. So the October 15th we had on the calendar, it's gonna be canceled. Right.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Public Works and Transportation, Mr. Van Dyne.
Nothing special.
Cases, anything unusual? Okay. All right. Tradition.
We did not meet.
Okay. Public health and safety.
She had to go.
Oh, she had to go. Okay. Yeah, there'll be a public hearing on the treatment disposal and ordinance, and that's it. Okay. Legislative and policy.
We just asked that a letter be put together in support of something. The insulin, the insulin bill, 622, Senate bill. I think being sponsored by Laura Ellman, or at least she certainly supported it.
She's not.
And it was capping, she's not.
Yeah.
It was capping the cost of insulin at $100 a month. And I was talking to people just yesterday, I was at a college, COD, giving a presentation, and there was a young man there who bought insulin for his animal. And for his animal, it was $600 a month. And I know that frequently veterinarian prescriptions are even a little bit cheaper than human ones. So yeah, we're very much in support of capping that.
If I could just make a comment, even though I didn't make a comment legislative.
No, you were quiet as a
I
mouse.
was very quiet, but I want to say this, as someone who is diabetic, someone who does take insulin, it's often been, you know, kind of baffling to me why we don't supply insulin to all diabetics.
Free.
Basically free because of the cost in other areas of the medical cost. When this is something that's very controllable, you know, to keep people healthy, why would it be cheaper in this? It's one thing we should be supporting, so I'm really 100% behind this, not only for the diabetic, but because it does save dollars in the long run. So we should be behind this, and if you can talk to your legislators, we should mention it to them, as I'm going to. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Capital improvements, Mr. Brooks.
I have nothing. I have something, but nothing.
Nothing to bring forward
Nothing
additional?
to bring
Thank
forward.
you. You just had executive, any public comments? We have some public here. Public comments. We do need an executive session today, actually, for personnel issue and then some probable litigation. I have no other things to bring forward. So we Oh, we have a motion to look at the rest of the board.
I was just asking
After.
I'll move to go into executive session for the purpose of litigation.
Probable litigation and also personnel.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Terry.
Yes.
Brooks. Priscilla.
Yes.
Harris.
Yes.
Marathon.
Yes.
Eustace. McGowan.
Yes.
Rainier.
Yes.
And Dye.
Yes.
And Winfrey, you are in executive session.